Grand Rising. We have a special guest today. She's probably not going to be doing a lot of talking though, because, she's down there somewhere. No, you can't have Thrive right now. Devin, welcome to Fire Hour. On today's episode of Fire Hour, Devin's going to teach us a few lessons, such as go to sleep on time, so that way, just in case you're teething.
I'm sure you guys are all getting ready today and packing for Vegas this weekend. It's going to be insane. Who's going to Vegas this weekend? I'm sure all of you guys are going. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild having just being surrounded by a couple hundred, you know what I mean? Everyone's all over from the US and from out of country and stuff. So it's going to be really exciting for you guys to be together. I know some of you guys, it's going to be your first time meeting each other. So have so much fun. I think the last time they had Lifestyle Getaway in Vegas was literally 2 years ago, October of 2021. Yeah. We came back with COVID and her. It's very wild. And I think it was so crazy. Some people actually swore off hard liquor after that, right? I think Ange was one, Eleni was another. There was a handful of girls that were like, I'm done with hard liquor. And they've kept at it for a couple years now. We weren't even drinking.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Came back with COVID and pregnant, but I didn't know I was pregnant. And we were supposed to go to Puerto Rico, but we had to cancel because we were just down for 2 weeks. So have fun, you guys. No one get pregnant unless you want to, or get COVID.
Oh my God. Can't say that.
I know it's gonna be Ange's birthday on the 13th, you guys. So live it up for us. Yes. We won't be there this time. We have a nonprofit event we've been planning for almost a year now in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it just happened to fall on the same weekend. And so we're super bummed to not be able to see you guys, but we're so happy for all of you guys to be able to be together. Yes. Oh my goodness, Trish too. 1.5 years hard liquor free. A whole year, no shots. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. Everyone came back and they were like, man, we went too hard. I mean, that's what happens when you get a couple hundred thrivers together, right? The energy is just unreal. It's like a live Zoom in person with all of your friends from everywhere. It's insane, but I'm excited for you guys.
I'm sad that we're missing out.
I know, I am too. When I saw it the same weekend, I was like, no.
Terrible. Yeah, let's talk about the event though, because
yes, 3 times a year, and you have 3 months to qualify.
So Lifestyle Getaway, yeah, it's such a special event. You cannot replace in-person experiences, in-person energy. You cannot it's just too unique. And those are moments captured in time, right? So what was your favorite thing about Lifestyle Getaway? I mean, obviously it's hanging out with everyone, but for you personally.
It's just being together.
Mm.
I think being together with each other, it's so amazing because, we get to have the really deep, meaningful conversations in person, right? We always have them maybe over the phone and stuff, but being together in person is something just so special to be able to spend that time with one another and really get to know each other. I know that we all don't even know, some of it don't even know each other in person. So to actually be able to meet each other in person, it's completely different, right? You guys meet each other and there's no awkwardness. It's we already know each other. We see each other all the time. We see each other in chats or see each other online. And so when everyone gets together actually in person, it's really nice because it's there's no barriers. No, there's no barriers. So
yeah, she was like, no barriers. I think that actually earning an all-inclusive trip in itself is going to be so powerful, especially for people who come from very little.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
That's powerful.
Your first getaway. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. It's game changing. Like, it is really game changer. She will be joining our team. Welcome. Welcome to the team.
You will have an amazing time. Everyone is so fun and so kind, right?
It's gonna be so boring that
You're gonna come back, you're gonna swear off liquor, you're gonna get
no, it's gonna be, yeah, you're gonna have an incredible time. And I don't want to hype it up because you'll have your own experience, you know. But the beauty of it is that, yeah, you're gonna, like you said, yes, you're going, and that's just life unfolding for you. And especially like from what you said, right? Being able to experience something like that, especially from coming from very little, you know, there's many people out there that come from very little, yet there's this quote, like, your past is no indication of what your future can be. And what that means is anyone, anywhere, no matter what your situation is, you can always change your future because you have the power within yourself, because you have the power with the vehicle of Thrive, because you have the power of your mind. It's just about your belief, right? It's believing in yourself, believing in what you're doing, believing in what you are saying, believing in every single thing that you do. Like, it's possible. So that's why, you know, like this vehicle is so special. It's because it gives us a chance, like, to get lucky. It gives us a chance to do something different. It gives us a chance to be able to become someone better. It gives us a chance to change someone's life. It gives us a chance to be able to just impact the masses. And it really is true. And so that's like part of the proof right here, right? Everyone who shows up, everyone who's been somewhere, everyone who has so very little, yet now they're able to make so much, right? There's always things that you can do and you can change, right? So that's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of life. Like, the beauty of life is that it's in your power to be able to change, right? To inspire yourself and to inspire someone else. That belief aspect is so important. Yes. Yeah, the belief is everything. I really believe that, you know, belief can help you change like the trajectory of your life. You know, there's people out there who don't believe in themselves, but it's simply because of all the experiences they've been through. And it just takes that one person to talk to them, right? It takes that one person to believe in them, to support them just through their words. And from there, they're able to change everything, right? The mindset starts to change. They start to have that little 1% belief in themselves. Like, there's that other quote, right? 1% doubt, you're out. Especially in belief, you know, it can literally just be 1% that doubt that you have from yourself, and then you stop believing in yourself, right? It's the same thing. Maybe that one person just needs 1% belief in themselves, right? And that changes everything. Now they're able to believe 100% in themselves. So whatever you want to do, right? And whoever you want to be, it's about the perspective, and it's about your beliefs. It's about the power of your belief system. It's about reprogramming your mindset. It's about reprogramming your subconscious beliefs inside. You know how we talk about like money, right? We talk about money and how we should actually earn money, and we should be being louder with money, right? Or talking about breaking the limiting beliefs from before. So like one of the what's the money belief? Like, they say money doesn't grow on trees, right?
I've never heard that.
Really?
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah. Like when you're talking to your kids and they're asking you for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, money doesn't grow on trees. Well, guess what? One of my wealthy friends, they said money does grow on trees. I can literally shake it and it'll spit out dollars. And I was like, what? But it's because it's about the perspective. It's about the belief. It's because if you can create it in your mind, if you can think about it, you can bring it into reality.
Oh,
So, you know, it's anything that you imagine is possible. That's what I believe. I believe that if you can think about it, then that means you can actually manifest into reality. And the timeline, though, of you bringing it into reality, who knows, you know? But what I said before in the very first episode of Fire Hour, right? Episode 1, be, do, have, right? If you understand who you need to be in order to know what you want to have, it's game over. You automatically step into that reality. And then now the work really begins. And once you start to work on yourself, you start to really change that perspective. You start to, believe in yourself. You start to believe that person that you're becoming that you need to be. Then guess what? Now everything else is possible. Everything that you want or that you desire, you start to manifest into your reality almost instantly, right? So if you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Yes. Yeah. 100. There's so many quotes, right? And that's something that I really want to encourage everyone, right, who's new to quotes. Because for me, when I was growing up, I heard quotes every now and then from my dad, but I wasn't open-minded enough to receive it. I wasn't coachable enough to receive it. And my dad, in hindsight, when I think back, my childhood, and I think back of all the experiences and life lessons that my dad was teaching me, right? He was coming from a place of wisdom, a place of knowing. And for me, for whatever reason, I couldn't see that. And I really believe that it's important, especially for yourself. If you have children, right? It's about you first. It's about you becoming the best version of yourself. And then from there, allowing your children to watch you, to observe you, and for you to just be that positive influence in their life through your own actions. That's something that I'm always learning every single day. It's, my children are always observing me. So, and one of my our good friends, like, they're very wise. They told me that in truth, like, there is no need to discipline a child if you are already disciplined yourself. And the reason for that is because the children will learn and adapt based on you, right? Your environmental exposure. I don't know, like, all the logistics of it in terms of the psychology and the science behind it, but what I do know and what I've noticed from myself in my personal experience is, if I'm doing something good and the children are seeing it, then they're doing it too. Bless you. Bless you. They're doing it too, okay? And so, yeah, just by being the best version of yourself in business, it's the same thing, right? By being the best version of yourself in your personal development, in your relationships, in everything that you do, especially when people are around, it's the same exact thing. I learned this from Jim Rohn. It's called a quiet seminar. Yes. I have 2 signs in my room: believe in yourself and thrive with passion. It trains your mind and subconsciously shifts it to that. 100% works. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The quiet seminar, that's on YouTube. Like, you could find that on YouTube. And again, like, all these, anything that's being dropped right in the chat, that's being dropped on Fire Hour, if it can aid you to your success and your goals, then why not do it, right? Why not become the best version of yourself? That's what Fire Hour is all about. It's about transformation. I walk into my office every day. That means every single day Angela walks into her office, guess what? Guess what's happening? She's shifting her perspective. She's leveling up her mindset. She's leveling up her belief system. She's stepping into that next version that she wants to be, right? Who here writes on their mirror, right? If you have a mirror in the bathroom or in your closet or wherever, are you writing positive affirmations, right? Are you writing your non-negotiables? Are you writing the things that you need to do every single day? Are the things that you need to see every single day? The things that you need to remember every single day, right? We have to learn to reprogram our minds. 100%. Yes. Bob Proctor has taught me almost everything about kind and laws. Oh, wow. Yeah, Bob Proctor is. He knows what's up. There's another guy too named Brian Tracy. He has really good practical insights. Yes, I do. Amazing experience. That's this is powerful, just take, like, literally, for those of you who don't know, right? Just take an expo marker or a whiteboard marker, and you can use this on your mirror. And if you want to, right? And write out something positive for yourself, right? Write out who you want to be or what you want to have or who you need to become, right? Write out the things that you can see, that you can actually see. Because if you can see it, you can believe it, right? And then from there, there's another quote. I forget who said it, but first to receive, or first, what is it? First to believe is first to receive.
Jackie did.
Jackie, okay. So that right there, it's so true, right? It's so true. Because when you believe it, it's game over. It's all about belief. There's something I call the belief process, right? That the belief process is not just in business, right? The belief process is also for yourself. It's about connecting all the dots. Steve Jobs said a quote. I don't want to butcher it, but he basically let me actually look it up. It's connecting the dots. Does anyone know that quote? Okay, he says this. He says, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. All right. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. And to me, what that means is, you know, I guess it depends, I guess. It really depends on your goals and what you're envisioning. Go ahead.
Oh, we did see that the other day, huh?
Yeah.
The quote, there's more to that quote.
There is more to that quote.
Yeah. It was like the belief, right? So where did we see that quote? Okay. Yeah, so we saw that quote and it basically said that you can only connect the dots afterwards, right? So that's hindsight. But for him it was about like, having the belief that there was something else driving him forward. It was like, well, now you said the quote and now you got to finish it.
I know, yeah. It was about belief though.
It was
Sorry, you're looking for it?
Yeah, because now you got to give him the whole quote.
Sorry, let me give you the whole quote. Yeah, okay, so I got it right here. Okay. It is so powerful. Let me just read it right now. So this is Steve Jobs, right? The founder of Apple, creator of Apple. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. That right there is so powerful, right? For those of you who don't like, if you're someone like, if you're someone on Fire Hour and you're not where you want to be, you're in a lot of pain. You are, going through some trials and tribulations. You're going through some challenges. You're on the brink, though. You're on the brink of breakthrough. You have to believe first. You have to believe and know that there is a vision that is greater for you to experience, right? It's the belief. There's so many like.
I want to share my story.
Go for it.
About my first lifestyle getaway. Here.
Sorry.
Here, take the baby. It's your turn. This is how we function. So when I first started thriving about 5 years ago, what I saw a group of women that were all just hanging out together, having fun, doing business, doing life. And I was like, I've never been a part of something like that. And I really want to be a part of it because most of the industries that I've always been in was male dominated and in business, right? Like, and there wasn't a lot of fun to be had. And so I remember I started thriving. I was thriving with Jackie. And I just remember maybe like a few months in, I saw, because we're always watching each other's stories and watching other posts. And when you know one thriver, you know so many, right? And so I just saw them going to, I think it was the Dominican Republic. Remind me if I'm incorrect, those of you that know, but I saw just a group of like women going on a lifestyle getaway. And I was like, oh my goodness, like this is real. Like they all know each other. They're all friends. They all got on this trip just because they started thriving and wanting better for themselves. Like, yes, it was in the beginning. Lisa says it was in the beginning of 2019, I think. Yes, it was. Because Jamaica was October of 2019, right? And so that one was probably either February or June. And I was like, wow, these group of girls are just having fun together. They all know each other or they know each other somehow through thriving, right? And so I wanted to go on that trip. And I was like, how do I get on that trip? Because that looks so fun, And in my world of like business and doing things, it was not that fun. And I was like, I just want to go and have fun and hang out around a bunch of girls who look very positive and are going somewhere or wanting something in life. So at the time, I think I barely was I don't even know if I was thriving for free or I was barely thriving for free. I just barely started and I didn't know anything, right? And so for me, I could have been like, oh, well, like I'm not going to qualify. Like, I don't think I'm going to qualify. And I could have given like a list of excuses of why I couldn't, but why everybody else could, right? But I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to choose to believe. I'm going to choose to believe. And I'm going to lean on the leadership. I'm going to lean on, those around me that are like, we can do it. We can do it. Because there's something so powerful when a group of people come together and they start to build the same energy of belief, right? And so what I did was like, I don't want to miss the next one. I am going on the next one. Like there was no doubt, right? I was just like, I'm going to do this, right? You have to make the decision. Are you going to do it or are you not? Are you going to make excuses for why you can't, why someone else can? Or are you going to give yourself reasons, right? Give yourself as many reasons and as many beliefs within you that you can do it. And so I got a piece of paper and I wrote down, okay, what do I need to do to qualify? I looked at the old qualifications to see, okay, how did like everyone get on these trips, right? What did they do? And so I got a piece of paper and I started writing down. I started writing down all the ways that you would be able to, become qualified. And so I wrote down all the criteria one by one by one by one. And as I was writing down every single criteria, like I was like, I got this, I can do it. This will be easy. You know what I mean? Like, and you just have to believe. You have to believe. And when you don't believe, lean on someone, right? Like you all have sponsors, you all have leaders, you all have a community, and you lean on them, right? And do it with them. Have like an accountability buddy where you're just like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this together. Okay, what do we need to do? And actually make the decision of wanting to do it and believing that you can do it. And you're already like 90% there. And so I wrote that each one, all the qualifications, and then I stuck it on my wall, right? So I stuck it on my wall next to my computer in my office. And so every day I walked into my office and I would always see that piece of paper and I would remember all the, fun things that everyone was doing, right? Like you see everyone like in their bathing suits, like on the beach, frolicking, having fun. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to miss this again. And so every day I stared at it and I'm like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to get closer? Like every single day, what can I do to knock something down off of that list or just to get closer? And if I don't make it, look how far I would have come just doing my best every single day to knock down that list, right? And so I wrote the list, stuck it on my wall every single day. It was just income producing activities, right? IPAs, because you don't need to know all the things that you think that you might need to know. You just need to get into the action of doing the things that we repeatedly say, do this every day. And it's like clockwork and it's going to start to become so instinctual that you can literally do it with your eyes closed or not even thinking that much about it. But you have to get that deadly at your income producing activities in order to start getting closer to where you want to be. And so after a while, after just putting in like full out massive action day in, day out, just believing and like looking at that piece of paper, like I'm going on the next one, I'm going on the next one. I was able to make it, right? And so from going from barely thriving free, barely even hitting my VIPs, and I miss VIP, right? Like and not all of us get VIP, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you just quit, right? You keep going. And so I qualified. And so it was my first lifestyle getaway ever that I qualified for. And we went to Jamaica in October of 2019. So that was 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So I want to just share with you guys that maybe you're not even thriving for free yet. Maybe you don't even have a customer, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to borrow the belief that other people have in you and this team has that we're all going towards to know that this is something that is so possible. But you have to make the decision that this is what you want. And then you actually have to take the action going towards it, right? And if you want to stay accountable, lean on your team, lean in the chats. Guys, I missed, qualifying for LSG and I really want to go on the next one and I need your support. Like, I want you guys to be accountable towards me. Tell me what I got to do, right? And then do it all together. And when you do it all together, it's amazing. And we get 3 chances every single year to go on lifestyle getaways, and they are absolutely game changing. It will change your mind. It will change the way you even think about this business or this community, just getting around that energy. And so that's just a little bit about my first lifestyle getaway, and me not even knowing like if I could, but just believing that I could, and me just believing that I could, and just like writing it all down and visualizing it. Like that literally was what pulled me there. There is science. You've heard of science, like that what you program in your subconscious mind when you make that decision and you have that belief, your brain will actually start working on like the solutions of how to do things or how to get what you want, right?
Yeah.
So it all comes from making a decision and then just belief. So
Yes.
yes.
That was very powerful. That's a powerful story. Your story was powerful.
It was a fun time.
That's exactly what happened with this LSG for me.
Yes.
Nice.
I remember you believed it. I remember talking to you, Rihanna, and you were like, I'm going. Like, I'm going. You were so set. Like when we first started talking, you were like, I'm going. Like, I'm gonna see you there. Like, that's it. Like there was no doubt at all. And I was like, you're already there.
That's powerful. There's something that you said too, but this right here is also very powerful, right? My 7-year-old is sitting, listening with me. Family fire hour. Family fire hour. I love that. I look back to learn from mistakes. That quote makes sense. Yes. And expose them young. 100%, right? You're every single person here who has children. You're already exposing your children. Why not expose them to something positive, such as fire hour? No, there's many different ways, right? I'll tell you guys this, and then we'll talk about. I want to talk about the thing that you were saying. So, if you want to expose your children to a cartoon that talks about business, well, there's a guy who's a billionaire by the name of Warren Buffett, and he has a cartoon called The Secret Millionaires Club. Right? Guess what? That cartoon is not just for little children. That cartoon is for adults that are doing business. Why? It's because they talk about business lessons, high-level business lessons broken down into basic, simple format to understand. And if you just watch it, who here has ever seen The Secret Millionaires Club, the cartoon? If you've never, you gotta watch it. You gotta like schedule it in today. Just watch one episode. It's like 5 minutes to 20 minutes, depending on which type of episode you watch. The Secret Millionaires Club. They talk about business lessons. They talk about everything that we're talking about, income producing activities, all these things. It's in there, okay? It's in there. And it's high-level principles that it's the basic foundation, right? It's the basic foundation, the fundamentals of business, of entrepreneurship. Check it out. I highly encourage it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You were the one that introduced it to me because you wanted the kids to start watching it. And so sometimes we'd be in the car and like you let them listen to it or watch it. And I remember watching it and I was like, oh my goodness, this is gold. Like I wish I had these cartoons when I was younger. So more business and more of a mindset I would have like grown up with like just a little bit extra, right? But it's really good. If you guys haven't checked it out. Yeah, I mean, even for people like us, I'm just like, wow, that's really good. Like, and it is very practical. I'm like, that's exactly, what we do or what we did to get to, XYZ. So
yeah, so
very awesome show.
Yeah, that was a side note. Check that out. But when it comes to what you were talking about, right? Sharing your story, especially about belief. So you said you were talking about reasons, right? You were giving yourself all the reasons of why you can, why you must, why you're able to make it. Right? There's people out there who there's two sides, right? There's the duality. There is reasons for why you can make it, and there's reasons for why you can't make it, right? Which one and which side are you going to be on, right? Which side does your mind lean towards? Are you leaning more towards the positive, or are you leaning more towards the negative? This is something to ask yourself, because you need to know about yourself. You need to know what's in your mind. You need to see what's in the layers of your subconscious programming. Are you seeing like the glass half full or the glass half empty? Like which one is it, right? Because I'm telling you right now, there's also strengths and weaknesses to both perspectives. But when it comes to belief, I really want to encourage you to believe in that it's possible, right? Believe in that it is possible, that you can do it, that you do deserve it, that you are able to make it, that you can make it, that you're going to make it, that you're already there, right? It's happening for you. All right. It's happening to you. It's happening. That's it. So again, when it comes to like the lifestyle getaways, right? Whether you've ever been on one or not, Like that, especially if you're building Thrive, that is something of a milestone to accomplish, that to experience. Like that is a non-negotiable to shoot for, to strive for, because it's part of building your business. It's also part of you living your best life. It's a part of being able to experience something that you may have never experienced before. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Yes. And this type of mindset will become more and more natural the more you practice it. Exactly.
Yes, and that's how you qualified,
You
right?
gotta get in closer to the frame. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? You believe that you can achieve it, and you can. It happens. It happens like that. And your mindset, like there's people out there, I'm pretty sure everyone has experienced this in one form or another, okay? You've experienced some form of negativity. You've experienced some form of, challenge. You've experienced some form of pushback whenever you're going after your goals and dreams. Especially if you have big aspirations, you have big ambition. There's going to be the love. This is what I learned. I don't want to write it out. But there's I don't want to drop the name of the person because I'm still like learning. So I don't want to shout them out just yet. But what I do know from what they told me is that it is true. It's very true, especially like from what I've experienced. And I don't want to also like share it because share the name because I need to do my research on like what they're actually talking about. It's something new to me. But what I have seen is when you have a level of ambition, if you have a goal that's this big, okay? You have a goal that's this big. It's like a level 100 goal. Okay? And you've only been playing at level 1, right? So this right here, if you have a goal to accomplish like something that's just it's unknown to you, it's something that you've never even thought of doing, but now you have that inspiration or you have that belief or something inspired you to go after something so big, right? So big that's going to impact yourself, your family, your future generations to come, and the people around you. Okay, this is called family lifestyle legacy change. Okay, this is your legacy run. That's what it's about. It's about changing the family trajectory. It's about changing your family tree financially. It's about changing the wealth aspect in your life. Who here is brand new, who didn't come from wealth, and who is gonna be that person for their family that changes their family tree financially? Wow. Yes. Me, 100%, right? There's many people here on this call today that you're going to be that person that does that. Look at that, babe.
Oh, to see.
Just going.
Wow. Amazing.
Grew up on cup of noodles, right? Let me share with you guys this, okay? Look at that. How many people here is that? How many people here is going to be that person? Look at it right there. Okay, there's the proof. Guess what? Okay, this right here, that ambition level that you have of you saying that you're going to be that change for your family financially, right? To impact the future generations to come. They're going to remember who did it because the stories will be told, right? That's part of your history. That's part of you sharing your journey. That's part of you documenting it on social media for your children or your cousins or your family or your friends to talk about, right? That's what's going to happen. Guess what? Them struggle meals hit though.
Yes. Eggs and soy sauce, cup of noodles, struggle meals.
This right here, your ambition level, okay? Who you are today, right, is no indication of who you can become tomorrow. This right here, this ambition level goal of your legacy run, changing your family tree financially, it's possible because you believe in it, because you believe in that you can do it, because something inspired you to say me. Something inspired you to say I am. Something inspired you to say I am the one to do it. I am here to change my family tree financially. I am here to break those generational curses. I am here to be the one that is going to be the catalyst to positive lifestyle change in myself, in my life, and also my family's life. It's you, right? So believe in yourself. Welcome, Chantel.
Welcome.
Welcome. Excellent. So this right here, your legacy run, right? Your ambition level. Going back to like what one of my wise friends said. If you have an ambition level of 100. Legacy run. Family tree financial change. Guess what? There has to be a cost. There has to be a price that you pay. There has to be some sort of sacrifice that you go through, right? In order to achieve this legacy run change. Does that make sense? I am
Yes.
so grateful now that I am the catalyst to positive lifestyle change for myself and my family.
Yes.
Love that.
Someone has to be, right? Someone has to be. And for a lot of us, probably we're like the first ones, right? Like we're that generation. We're those people that are like, you know what? We're going to do it, right? And some of us, we may even be the black sheep or maybe not of the family, right? But it just takes one person in the family to have the courage to break through something that like everyone hasn't, right? So I'm not gonna lie, your path is gonna be tough, right? But are you gonna be tougher, right? Like, what is your goal? What are you trying to do? And if you're trying to break that for your family and be the first one in your generation, you are on for a ride of your life, but it's gonna be tough, you know, but you are tougher. You are tougher. And you have to think about your parents and your grandparents and your great grandparents and all the sacrifices they made. Like, I'm pretty sure most of us were probably immigrants, right? Like, our parents came here to give us a better life. Our great grandparents came here. Our grandparents came here, right? Do we not owe it to them? Like their blood, their sweat, their tears, them working, you know, their butts off to be able to just put food on the table. Do we not owe them for each generation to get better and better? Because I think we do. And I think it's up to us, right? So I'm so proud of all of you guys. I know it's really early, but
What do you mean?
Your path will be tough, but you will be tougher. Just always remember that. It takes a lot of courage to break free and be someone completely different. But it's up to you to show them that it can be done and it will be done, and you are the one that's going to do it, right? But
Yes.
back to your whiteboard.
You know, you owe it only to yourself, okay? You owe it only to yourself to do this, right? If you said that you're going to do it, it's on you, 100%. I love what you said, how the journey's going to be tough, but you just got to be tougher, right? I've never heard that quote before.
I think I just made it up on the spot, but you know, nothing's ever original these days.
All right. So, this is fire. Again, legacy run, right? Black sheep. Black sheep
Yes.
becomes the goat. Yes, I am the
Yes.
black sheep. 100%. Let's go. The middle child. Oh my gosh, your story.
Ran away and got pregnant at 18.
You gotta share your story.
Now
you
your
know?
family has nothing to talk about because you're on the right path finally. Good for you. Good for you. Everything can always be changed around. And sometimes it's that like wanting to like prove yourself in a way, right? Because everyone's against you because you're doing things that are unconventional, right? And so it's like use that fuel to your fire to be able to say, I was like this, but I can be like that and I can do it overnight. Watch me, right? And then do it.
That's right.
The hero's journey.
Yes, it is the hero's journey times 1,000. Gotta do 1,000 cycles. Okay. So guess what? Legacy run. What's on the opposite side, right? If it's true, okay, if what we've learned is true, where your ambition level, the level of ambition that you have to achieve legacy run, right? To change your family tree financially, to be the hero of your journey, to do that, right? To be the GOAT. This right here, legacy run, what's the cost? What's the price that we need to pay? What is it that we have to sacrifice or that we have to give up? We have to, what is that? Oh my gosh, there's a freaking quote. It's give up to go up, right? What do you have to give up to go up?
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, there's many different like quotes for the same thing, same idea. But yeah, this is fire. Man.
Devin just escaped.
Yeah, quick question. If there's any books on quotes that you love, please drop it into the chat, okay? Or in the comments. Like I want to start like learning more again. You must make sacrifices or what you want becomes a sacrifice. Oh,
Yes.
That is so true. Oh my gosh. On this side right here, decide what is the price that you need to pay, right? Right now, especially if you're going on if you're doing a 90-day run, right? 90-day run is all out massive action, no sleep, basically, right? Today we got 3 hours of sleep, right? And then Devin woke up very early. So this right here, again, like, what is the sacrifice that you need to make in order to achieve legacy run? What are some things? What do you think? What are some things for you? You know, it really sucks because this is what I don't like, especially after having family, is less time with family, right? That is something that is a sacrifice right there. That is something that you are giving up, right? That is something that you are letting go, foregoing currently in order to achieve something greater, right? That's at least what I have to do, right? The mission is the most important to me. The mission of achieving legacy run, of achieving all the aspirations, the ambitions that I have, it demands a little bit of sacrifice with the ones that I love, which I don't encourage. I don't want to encourage anyone to do that. However, if you have to do it, you got to do it, right? So that's like what? Less family time. What else is there?
I want to add to that too, right? So there are times where you're going to have to sacrifice the things that you actually do want. And when you actually have a family and you have kids to care for, you actually start to think a bit wiser, right? Because your time is limited. And when your time is limited, you actually start to think, how can I do things faster? How can I be more efficient? And how can I manage my time so that I don't take away too much time from my family, right? So as a mom to 3 now, before I was a mom to 2, and at the time I had 4 businesses, right? And most people are like, how do you even keep up with that when you have kids, and you have to run a household? Well, you start to think faster. You start to become a lot more efficient. You start to think, what absolutely needs to get done now, right now, and what can get done later. And the things that can get done now, or the things that can get done later, you have to think to yourself, like, is it absolutely necessary? And is it actually going to propel me forward? You know what I mean? So when your time is limited, you don't have, like, it's not like that you can't do this. You actually start to think more of how you can and how you can be more efficient with your time and managing yourself, right? Because it is no longer about you. Sometimes when it's just you and yourself, like, it's just you, right? But when you have a family and you have responsibilities and you have people depending on you to run a business or to make sure your kids are fed, you will start to think a lot differently, a lot more efficiently, and you will start to manage yourself and your time a lot better. So it's not impossible, but yes, there sometimes will be those sacrifices. But if you start to think, how can I move faster? How can I be faster? How can I be better? You will program your mind to actually think better, think smarter, because at the end of the day, we all have 24 hours in a day. We all do. So how do some people do more and some people aren't able to get there, right? It's all in your mindset, all in your belief, and all in the reason why you are doing these things. So there will be sacrifices to be made, but at the same time, if you can work on actually thinking to get better, to get faster, you will be able to do that, right? So, yes, there is efficient and effective days. Know the difference. Have harmony in both. No such thing as balance. And yeah, it's difficult, right? Like, it is difficult, but at the end of the day, you have to know why you're doing things and what it's going to do for your family overall. And what Shen has taught me before is to schedule family time, because before I was just running, right? Like, constantly just like in survival mode and like making sure everything's taken care of. And I was like, oh, I'm doing all this so one day I'll have more time with my kids. But it's like, if you don't schedule the things that are really important to you they're not going to get done, right? They're not going to get accomplished. And so scheduling things in that are very important to you is going to give you a reminder of like why you're doing this. Because when you spend time with your family or you schedule in that thing that you want to do, you're going to be like, I want more of this. Like, I want more of these moments. I want more of these times. Like, how do I get that? Like, how do I become someone new, right? Because to have something you've never had before, you have to be someone you've never been before. So you have to start to move differently. And like what everyone was saying, you have to reprogram your mind. And maybe it's not that easy in the beginning, but as you go through with it, it'll start getting easier and easier and easier. And like, what better way than reprogramming your mind to do things that you've never done before with people that are also doing the same thing, right? Because in this community, what are we doing? We're all going after our goals and dreams, and we're all going after our goals and dreams together. And there's nothing more powerful than being able to have a group to talk to be able to support you, right? To be able to believe in you when you're not believing in yourself. But yes, the power of repetition. Yes, repeating things over and over until it gets boring. And once it gets boring, it starts to become instinctual. Like it is the back of your mind, right? So what is going to get you to certain places faster, right? Most of us, we have financial goals. And although you're like, no, it's not financial, it is financial. Like it's somehow going to lean towards finances, right? Like we have bills to pay at the end of the day, right? So we want more time and we want more money. And with more money comes more time, right? So repeating, what is your income producing activities every day, right? What do you have to do every single day? And if you don't know, talk to someone like, hey, here's my goal. This is where I want to be. This is why. Like, what do I need to do? Right? Like, what do I need to do to get there? And then be coachable, right? I've met so many amazing people that are so smart, that are so gifted. And I'm like, this person could be like this, but they're not coachable, right? And if you're not coachable and you're doing something you've never done before, then it's going to get a lot harder, right? It's going to be a lot harder for you if you're just like, oh, I know what to do, or I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to do that. Like it's going to make your journey a lot harder, right? I am not sure what he was going to go over. Babe, what were you going to go over? Legacy run. Sorry, it's a bit difficult today. The child is up and running around. And she knows how to open her playpen. So a few months ago, she started unzipping it and getting out. So right now she saw a fox in the suitcase. She saw Bella's fox in the suitcase, which she's never played with before. So she literally opened it up and went out to get it. So
That's good.
Yes.
She's an action taker. All right. She's an action taker.
She saw the fox, she saw the zipper, and she opened it. So now it's really hard for us to contain her.
Power of, well, I don't want a container.
Repetition.
Freedom. You deserve all the freedom you can get.
Safety though.
Okay, so legacy run, right? Legacy run. Like what? I overheard you, but what are the reasons? What are the reasons that you need to give yourself, right, in order to achieve it? Like what are those empowering beliefs? Those reasons of why you deserve it, right? And then when you give yourself these lists, okay, this list right here. Because this, again, if this is true, if this concept is true, where if your ambition level is this big, it's a 100, it's a 100 out of 100 goal, right? This is your legacy run goal, whatever that may be for you, right? Family tree, changing your family tree financially, being that one person that changes everything for everyone, being that change or that leader, that role model, that example, a positive example for your children, for yourself, for your future self, for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones. This legacy run goal, right? This right here, if this ambition level is that high, and if this concept is true, what is the price that you need to pay? That's the question that you have to ask yourself, right? It's important to know this because not just sacrificing like less time with family, right? And there's obviously tactics, right? What Crystal said, right? Scheduling family time in. The reason why I came up with that framework is because I regretted spending less time with family, right? I regretted in Philippines, when I was in the Philippines, I was just working when I should have just been hanging out with my dad, right? That one experience, those 3 months I was there in the Philippines, I could have hung out with my dad every single day before the pandemic happened. I should have. That was my regret. That was one regret. And that's where I came up with this framework of scheduling in family time. It's because that's time I can never get back, right? Time, you can always make more money, but you can never get time back. Especially with loved ones, right? Especially with the people that you love and care about, that you're working you're working so hard for. You're going after your legacy run goals, right? The most important one to me is family, is loved ones, because I regretted that, right? That's why I came up with that framework, schedule family time in. So that's the counter. That's the counter to this, right? Scheduling family time in, scheduling time for your loved ones in. So important, okay? Time you can never get back. So what else is there though, right? Energy, your sleep. There's many different things, okay? Sleep, fun, right? Everything, right? Whatever that is, okay? The things you want, right? There's things that you want that don't cost any money at all, yet you have to forego that sometimes. Who knows? I don't know how you design your life, okay? But what I do know is with more skills, more knowledge, more wisdom, more experience, you're able to overcome all these little obstacles. You're able to fit them into your schedule, into your life. Here's like a little quick story. This is not my cup. So this cup right here, pretend that there's ice. Pretend that there's ice in this cup. There's ice cubes, okay? There's a bunch of ice cubes in this cup. Every single ice cube in this cup is a chapter in your life, or something that is so important for you in your life, something that you really love and care about. So one ice cube represents family. One ice cube represents money. One ice cube represents your goals. One ice cube represents the things that you want to do. One ice cube represents sleep, okay? There's many different ice cubes in it. Your legacy run, the things that you want to achieve, your goals, it's water, okay? It's a representation of water, and water represents time. What happens when you get super skillful, when you raise your knowledge, your experience, your belief, your wisdom, all these things? You're pouring water in between all of the ice cubes, in between the chapters of your life, in between the things that you really care about in your life. And because time is water, right, in this representation, you are able to actually achieve every single thing that you put in here. You're able to experience every single ice cube. You're able to experience every single thing that you are foregoing because of skills, because of skill acquisition, because of knowledge acquisition, because you are gaining more wisdom, more experience. You're being able to be more skillful and navigate life in a skillful way, right? So there's the 4 levels of mastery, right? There's all these different tools. We can even go over like the 4 levels of mastery on another call. Thank you. But that right there, I'm telling you right now, again, you have to understand for yourself, at least, just put it into your awareness. What do you need to pay, right? What price do you need to pay in order to achieve this ambition level, in order to live your legacy run? What is it for you? This is something for you to do on your own time. This is something for you to schedule in, right? Scheduling that thinking time, scheduling that legacy run time for yourself to really dive deep within, right? Dive deep within, and then from there, understand what you're up against. And there's going to be way more than that, right? This is nothing. This is like what you are putting onto yourself. What about the world, right? What about all the opposition out there that doesn't want you to succeed, that doesn't want you to achieve your legacy run, that doesn't want you to achieve your goals and dreams, that doesn't want you to be that light for other people, that doesn't want you to go after your goals and actually live them and make them manifest into reality? What is it right there? That's what the world will throw at you, right? That's what the energies out there in the world will happen. But guess what? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to overcome that, right? If you have a level of ambition of 100 out of 100, just know that the equal part of it, that price that you pay, is going to match that ambition level. No wonder why it's so challenging. No wonder why achieving your legacy run is so challenging. No wonder why the trials and tribulations are throwing at you. No wonder why the haters are there. No wonder why the negativity is there. No wonder why you want to give up sometimes. Guess what? That's the price that you pay. That's the price that you pay. Are you willing to pay that price? Ask yourself that question, right? Do you deserve the legacy run? Do you deserve achieving your goals and dreams? Do you deserve to be that one that changes your family tree financially? Are you the one to do it? The answer is yes. Believe in yourself, okay? You got this. Believe. First to receive, right? Guess what? You got this. You can do it. All the sacrifices that you are going to experience, all the prices that you're going to pay, in the end, it's going to be worth it. Going back to Steve Jobs' quote, right? You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. No matter what you do, no matter what happens in your life, no matter the price that you pay, it's possible. Believe in yourself. Believe in your goals and dreams. Believe in your legacy win. Believe in you, because you can, because you will do it. It's happening in this lifetime. Pay all the prices. Sacrifice to succeed. Give up to go up. Do what you got to do to make your dreams, your goals, your ambition a reality. It's possible, okay? We're going to end the call right now, but on the next episode of Fire Hour, I want you to channel all this. I want you to, this is homework for you if you want to, right? Schedule it in. What sacrifices, what prices do you need to pay in order to achieve your ambition level? Just list it out, write it out. 1 minute, 60 seconds, boom, 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 all the things. That's the things that you're putting in there. That's the things that you're saying it's going to happen. Guess what? The world is going to push back on you. Are you going to push back too? What are you going to do? Who do you need to be? Who do you need to be in order to have what you want, in order to achieve this? It's about you. It starts with you, and it's going to end with you. You've got what it takes. You just got to give it all that you've got, okay? Believe in yourself. You can do this 100%, and you're not doing it by yourself. We're here. Who here is on the legacy run? We already seen it. Guess what? Let's attract more like us. Let's attract the ones that are wild, that are crazy, that have this ambition level, that have these legacy run goals. Who out there needs this? Who out there do you need to surround yourself with? Who else is going to match the ambition level for yourself? That's what you got to do. Surround yourself with the ones who are willing, the ones who are believing, the ones who are able, the ones who can think and manifest that into reality because they believe in themselves, because they think that it is possible, because that is the truth. It is. So guess what? Lifestyle getaway, right? For those of you who are going, have fun, make memories, enjoy everything, live it up to the fullest, live your best life there. Be smart, okay? But have fun, enjoy, and again, talk to the ones who are willing, talk to the ones who are going, talk to the ones who are going to achieve this legacy run goal for themselves, okay? Dominate your day. Yes. Don't get pregnant. Yes. Just thrive. Yes.
Unless you want to.
All right. Have an amazing day. We love you all. Crush it. Dominate your path. You got what it takes. You just got to give it all that you got. Achieve your legacy run goals. You can do it. It's possible. Believe in yourself because you can. You know that you are the hero of your own journey. All right. Make it happen. And we'll see you on the next episode. Okay. Peace out.